what I've been working on for a little while. So up there, so this is a transmission. So up there is a SFI flex plate guard. And so with that, it is required if you go faster than 10 seconds in the quarter mile or 135 mile an hour. And so with that, we're probably not going to be doing quite that. Maybe we'll breach 135, but I did have to modify it so it technically doesn't meet the spec. Yeah, so I've got a little bit of massaging to do with the trans tunnel. Yeah, it's better to have this here than nothing. And so with that, I've had an interesting setup. I guess I can get the light down there yet. So yeah, essentially I got a jack on the front of the engine. The engine mounts are not connected. I've disconnected a variety of other things. And I got jack for the rear. And then up over here, I've got the old ratchet strap pulling the trans to the side so that I could essentially get that guard in there properly. It was a bit tight to the left side, so but yeah, just trying to get things done, you know. Alrighty, back to it. And the fan's wired, the plumbing's in, and so with this it just goes up to the heater hose ports on the water pump hose ports. And I've actually ran the car and I was testing the fans too. So basically this Polar fan, I switched it to fan number 1, and with that it's the first one to come on because it probably does the most. And then for the rest of it, there's another fan in there. Yeah, you're not gonna see it that well. It's in there. So that's fan number 2. And then fan number 3 is just on the cooler underneath that you saw first. And so I've got these relays now. And so I use the same relay because like the pusher fan on the radiator, and then the aux cooler fan, those are lower amp. And so the Polar fan, it has just the most draw. So these are 40 amp relays, so it could handle it. Got 30 amp fuses. So on that, it's a ground switch. So I ran a new ground and basically went across the car over to this side and went through the firewall. And so there are a lot more wires that I brought up for the oil temp sensor, the trans temp sensor, and then the dome pressure sensor. So all those basically went into this harness here, and I just got it coiled up underneath some of the dash there. So I only hooked up the fan number 2 and 3. So I just want to make sure that was taken care of. It was pretty straightforward, just finding the right wire from the J1 connector on the ECU, and then just setting up the tune for it, or at least the cowl, whatever. So on that, yeah, tested both the fans, and just been fixing like small leaks here with the new stuff I put in. But oh yeah, I also put in the other boost solenoid so that I can have fill and vent, and then just better control with that dome pressure sensor. And so that has to be wired yet too. So I ran those wires over into the under the dash there. So the ECU's in the glove box. So that's kind of where it needs to go. So yeah, got my shields back in. I'm gonna work on the hood briefly, but I would like to get the car out today. It's a nice day. Alrighty, trying to give you the view here. But yeah, this is the neutral safety switch, and so basically it just makes it so that the car doesn't start if it's not in park, which I mean most manufactured vehicles have that already set up, but here we got to do it ourselves since we took out the normal stuff. So it still uses like the key, and so I just grab like the ignition wire and then like I verified it. So like I took the fuse out of the fuel pump, unplugged the coils, and then so I could just get cranking. And so I checked basically if I got power during cranking on the yellow wire, and I mean some of the stuff I looked up said that should be it, but instead of just kind of going blind, it's always good to verify. But yeah, on this, just more safety stuff for the track. And yeah, so I've done like some other stuff here too. It's probably easier from the other side. I do need the light though. Alrighty. Yeah, this guy's still looking great. I need to dust it, but when you're working on stuff, things happen. Alrighty. So in here, you could probably see, yeah, maybe back there. Yeah, essentially there's the SFI guard. I've got a guard underneath here now. The crossover is in place, so you can see that we're basically we have to deal with being low in that location. Can't get around that in too much respect. Put some heat shielding on the starter, and it was getting hot before, so basically I just shoved some aluminum sheet in there, and then I also like redid like some of the insulation on the old cables there, so like should be happier, less hot. And I also did some like transmission stuff, trying to fix like all the leaks. I hope I don't have any here. Basically on the exhaust pipe there's just a bit of moisture. Like things were kind of humid and wet around here lately. So but yeah, basically underneath, getting things like buttoned up. And then I do still have to put like the Kevlar blanket up on the trans, and then I probably will end up getting like diapers for the trans and the engine, just so I don't make a mess of the track. But yeah, that's how things are going, so not too bad. Okay, so I showed you some things before. They were incorrect. So basically all that heat shielding and whatnot, and not great. Because like with starters you can actually they generate heat, so like you can trap the heat within it. And I mean, it's also getting heat in this case from the exhaust right here. So I killed one of the original like stock style starters, and then had to go back to my original one, which was getting weaker. And so just had to figure out some other solutions. I took away all that junk and for like heat shielding. So on this is a aftermarket starter, and so it's clockable. And so I guess the light's kind of sorry. So it's clockable, so like this mounting boss, they could rotate just to whatever is needed. And so I clocked the solenoid down, because before it was like up towards the exhaust on that side, and there wasn't much clearance like for this guy here. And so I also, for this starter, there was a heat shield. I had to modify it a bit, because like the heat shield is kind of meant for like this side of the starter, but I flipped it to the other for my situation, and then just had to mount it basically to the body of it. So it's got like air gap, and then there's insulation between the aluminum layers, so it should be a lot better for that side of things. And then also just better distance on the solenoid from the exhaust itself. So I did have to modify the mounting boss, so I don't know, you could probably find something that actually fits, but I'm finding out I'm a bit of an idiot, so I'll catch you up on some other things that have been going on. But yeah, with this one, I guess I ordered one that just doesn't fit like this block, which I don't know, frustrating, but I was determined, so I made this one work. I drilled a new hole. I cut off this side of it and the other side of it because it didn't fit otherwise, so fits now. And honestly, like with all the shim stuff, what have you, I mean, meshes just fine with the flywheel. So it's a 168 tooth, I think that's what it is, because there's another version like 153 tooth. And but yeah, this is the block, LS block with the offset starter bolt pattern. There's other ones with like straight, which the starter would probably work great for, but here we are. So yeah, I've tested it. Starter is doing just fine. And so that's the update here. And also, I put the trans blanket. It doesn't really fit, and then apparently it gets a little melty on the exhaust, so had to adjust some of that. I don't know. It's there, but sure, we'll go with it. And then I do have a engine diaper that'll basically cover from like up front here to like right here, I guess. So yeah, that's kind of the deal, but I'll only put on like the diaper once I start pushing boost and whatnot. So it's just supposed to catch any oil or coolant when I blow it up, that sort of thing. So if I'm on a wastegate, that shouldn't happen, but who knows? Well, I'll certainly film it. So well, yeah, that's all I had down here. I'm gonna get out from under this car. I've done enough down here. All right. So I got some more of the wiring, and basically here I was bringing in the 2 liquid temp sensors for oil and trans, and then the dome pressure sensor. I wired the fan 2 and 3 earlier to the ECU. So like for the Terminator X, it's a lot of those, so the white wires with the stripes, those are inputs, the gray with the stripes are outputs. And so like that output for the fan, I think it's in the back there, going to the brown ground wire. So that's the fan 2 and 3. And then the rest of it basically is going off of this. So one thing that I did learn as far as I'm using Rife liquid temp sensors. And so I had to do a little bit of trickery. So the Terminator X does not natively support 2-wire thermistor type temp sensors. And so on that I had to convert it to a 3-wire. And so basically like right there, you can see like the yellow wire goes to the yellow and then it splits off. So there's a resistor underneath that shrink wrap. And that resistor is a 2K ohm. So it's just what I had on hand. And then basically I just had to do some conversions from like the calibration table for the Rife sensors to a 0 to 5 volt like 3-wire sensor. And so over here I'm basically grabbing 5-volt sensor supply from the ECU and then sending it to the sensor. That resistor, it basically splits off and then goes to the input here for both of those sensors. So there's a bit of trickery there, and then basically the second wire of the sensor just goes to ground. I brought it into the cabin just because I wasn't sure initially what it needed. So it basically just goes to ground like on the side there. So hopefully you're able to see enough of that, but basically I've got it up on the display now. And so I did have to customize the inputs and then configure it with the cal data. So like here for the trans and oil, I had to set up these individually. And then here's like my table for temp versus voltage. And that was just a conversion from the Rife sensor voltage or temperature versus resistance. So a little bit of trickery there, but I think it's reasonable. And I gotta do a little bit more testing. I may need to adjust the calibration a little bit more, but that was kind of the idea. It seems like it's doing okay. And so then on this, the dome pressure sensor, this was a custom one as well, but the calibration was straightforward. It was just dome pressure versus voltage. So this was a readily available table. I didn't have to do any conversions. So that was nice. And then yeah, for like the boost, so I've got like the inputs and outputs set up here now. And so I've got the solenoids selected. And then yeah, with the boost versus RPM, like in the curve, it'll reference the dome pressure. I have nothing in here yet. I'm gonna do a little bit of testing on the actual pressure applied to the dome sensor versus the reading, just to make sure we're good, and then see if I could do a little bit of mapping initially. and then I'll probably get out and test a little bit to see if I can get off a wastegate. So that's kind of what I've been messing with lately. And just trying to get there. But I've been trying to set up my screen too for like what I need. I'll kind of show a little bit more of that later on, but basically I've set like some of the limits so that if anything's like yellow or red like at the drag strip, then I just immediately get out of throttle. So I'm trying to make it like a good feedback system. So anyway, I'll catch you when I make some more progress. Okay, so I've been working on boost controller stuff, and so with this I did some testing with the air compressor. So I was able to hook up the air compressor hose to the lines themselves, and then I just set like 30 psi supply pressure, and then the solenoids from there would either vent or fill, and just to try to hit like the target dome. And so this map, it's boost versus time, and it's activated when you're above 50% throttle, at least the way I have it set up. And so it cycles different boost targets, and or dome pressure targets, sorry. And on that it helps like set up the just PID settings. So this is what I ended up with, and yeah, it's not a one size fits all. You kind of have to figure out what's specific to your setup, because there's just a lot of variables. But with the data log, this is how it turned out. And so in short, like there's still oscillation here, but it's nothing crazy. It's not going well above boost. I think when I'm trying to target peak power, I'll have to refine this a little bit more, but for now I think it's good enough. And so for initial pass, like I think this should do what I need, and then effectively I'll just like kind of keep the dome pressure low, and then as I ramp up I'll just have to refine this further. But I just need to make sure that like what I hooked up was working, so I am measuring like dome pressure down there, and I'm able to control the solenoids in a sense. So yeah, really from here it's just trying to improve, refine, and go faster. Sheesh. All right. So not quite where I wanted to be. You can see something's missing, but I mean it's not quite cams and gears, but I've got my cold beer, and it's turbo stuff. But yeah, basically trying to figure out some of my issues, and found out that the turbo was bad. So this goes all the way back to 2023 when I killed all the main and connecting rod bearings. Seems like the turbo bushings were also not happy. So there was a fair bit of play in the old turbo, and I mean there's evidence in here of the oil being provided to pretty much all of the cylinders. And so with that, the plugs were getting fouled and just wasn't making any power. And I did a compression check, and I was like, well before that, so I've been building some crankcase pressure, and it actually got to a point where the dipstick popped out, just idling. I was just sitting there trying to do cool stuff, and then yeah, just dipstick pops out, smoke blows out. I mean, seems like I'm on fire just trying to leave the gas station, but it happens, you know. And so on that, yeah, I did a compression check after that, and all the cylinders, they're still healthy. I mean, as far as I could tell. I mean, this guy would beg to differ. Like, he's trying to do some stuff to it. But anyway, so yeah, basically just narrowed it down to turbo, and yeah, she had some slop, and I since tore it apart just for my own interest. I've got another one on order, should get here this week, so yeah, gonna try to get back to the old excitement once again. Sheesh. All right, brother. Got some data here from the latest run, and I cheeched her up a little bit. I didn't actually mean to do that much. I kind of wanted like 10, but yeah, on this running out of fuel system. But I mean, boost, she was there, and then yeah, it kind of just wasn't as happy up top. RPM, just because like AFR is kind of doing some things because of fuel. But yeah, I mean, over here, yeah, we did get a dip in oil pressure initially, so, or fuel pressure, not oil. Oil's good, it's fine. So but yeah, even though it was a bit of a sloppy run in the data log, I went to 10. Sheesh.